We're back to continue our conversation with David Williams, the Republican nominee for governor in Kentucky. We were talking about schools earlier. One other final question on that. I want to get a comment from you in relation to what the board president here said, Stephen Emhoff, who said, why doesn't David Williams focus on his own district? Why is he sticking his nose in Jefferson County business?
I'm running for governor, and I'm president of the state senate, and I'm a member of the state senate that has a constitutional obligation to make sure that every child in Kentucky has an opportunity for great education. Cumberland County, my home county, I feel like I got a great education in elementary and high school there. There's one high school in Cumberland County. The size of the high school graduating class is about 80-something, but the level of poverty with free and reduced lunches there is really high. Now, if the chairman of the Jefferson County School Board wants to, if that's the level that they want to compare Jefferson County schools to Cumberland County schools with a high level of poverty in the small school district that we have, that's what their goal. My goal is to have the Cumberland County schools to be the best in America. It's also to have every child in Jefferson County. So, you know, I think it's a cheap shot for the chairman of the school board. It's small-minded. It's parochial for him to try to create this urban-rural divide. I'm a graduate of the University of Louisville. Most of my family live here in Jefferson County. I have a first cousin that teaches in Jefferson County school system, and all my first cousins on my father's side graduated from public schools here in Jefferson County. So rather than getting personal about this thing, I want to get results. I want every child in Kentucky to have a better educational opportunity. And the chairman of the Jefferson County School Board needs to focus on why they have the highest dropout rate in the state of Kentucky, why their test scores are so bad, why they have 60% of the worst schools here, and the governance of the school board and the influence of the teachers union, in my opinion, is a problem.
Let me move on to another issue that faces many states, which is budget shortfalls. What will Kentucky do to kind of turn things around, to get a control on spending? And is casino-style gambling and racetracks an option for raising revenue?
Well, that's a long question you have here.
That is, I'm sorry.
But I wouldn't want to diagram that question. But they don't diagram sentences anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay. You know, the problem that we have in Frankfort, Kentucky, is that we have a state that has lost jobs, that's not competitive for jobs. I've been amazed that Governor Beshear's first ad brags about him using tax incentives to try to bring jobs to Kentucky. A tax incentive program is just an admission that you can't compete on the level playing field, that you have a tax structure that does not create or retain jobs in your state. So the creation of jobs and the growth of our economy and having an unemployment rate that's acceptable, which would be 3 to 5% instead of the double-digit unemployment rate, should be the first goal of any governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. If we don't have that goal, every session of the General Assembly will be over cutting this or cutting that or trying to spread these scarce resources. And I have proposed a specific program for job creation, and that is to redo the tax code from top to bottom in the state of Kentucky to make sure that we're more competitive. Now, I'm going
to stop you before the casino because my question was so long that we've run out of time.
Okay.
So I'm not going to force you to answer that one right now.
I would be glad to talk about that. The governor was the one that promised casino gambling and submit the issue to the people. I challenge him on your show today to come forward with a proposal to present it to the Kentucky House of Representatives on what his proposal for a constitutional amendment to be placed upon the ballot. I'm not for that, but I believe that there are enough votes in the House and the Senate. They've never voted on it, even the House of Representatives. So he needs to take that issue off the table.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm sorry we've run out of time, but we appreciate it. And I hope to see you again while the campaign continues.
I'm in Louisville often.
Okay, very good.
Thank
Stop
you
by
very
and see
much.
us.